Hello,
Hey.
hello.
Okay. Hi, guys. Happy Thursday.
Hey, hey.
Hey. Well, if you're new here and can't hear that little boy in the background, welcome. We are the Star We Are. I am Slam and Sammy.
I am Landry's legend.
I am your man, Jimmy J's hair, and the game plan for today is a good one. Of course, we're gonna have to kick it off, which is we'll do. Where we'll kick it right off for you. We'll get the ball rolling, as they say. And as soon as that ball starts rolling, we're gonna talk this week at our depth chart series, and we'll talk about the defensive ends. We got to get into it. Micah, Easy, Marshawn, the crew. Got to talk about them, and then we'll go ahead and look at the schedule again and camp countdown and how far we are from it, and talk about camp a little bit and take another look at that schedule and see where we are right before Sam tells us all the news we need to know. Of course, weekly, that's where I get mine, and then we'll have halftime, some refreshments, get you a drink. We'll remind you to fan responsibly because it's the most important thing to do around here. And then we'll have some game day tips for you. Maybe you're headed out to AT&T this season. Maybe you're going to see a game. We're going to walk you through that and what it might look like and what it might cost you even maybe. And then we're going to have a little chat box where we're going to box with the chat, but not literally. We don't want to punch anybody. We're just back and forth, maybe some Q&A, right? We'll have a little Q&A with the chat. We'll do some chat boxing, and then we'll give you some updates. Landry will let you know if we got anything coming up and what that's about. And then, of course, since she missed last week, and welcome back,
I
Sam, by the
knew
way,
it.
she's going to give us the 2-minute spiel this week. And so that's going to be good. That's going to be fun. I'm excited. I'm ready to get in this show. So without further ado, let's kick it off. And this week's kickoff is presented by a sponsor we don't have yet, representing a product that, we'll absolutely, probably for sure support, maybe. This product is one of the best on the markets. Hell, this product might be one of a kind on the market. I don't know. And, just know that the Star We Are uses this product. We love this product. And we're not exactly sure why your brand isn't attached to these three beautiful faces right here.
Absolutely.
On with the show, Coach.
I'm a fan of the Star We Are.
What's up, everybody? I'm Super Cowboy.
And I'm Princess Angie, and you are tuned in to The Star We Are.
Hi, this is Jane Slater, and you are listening to The Star We Are.
Plugged in and switched on. This is The Star We Are, live.
Down, set, hut. Let's talk about some defensive ends, guys.
Woo,
First off, real quick, Sam, you got what? Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, the amount of restraint it took me not to say hello, happy Thursday again after
Yes.
that is crazy, but I love the change.
Sam comes back from vacation and we've switched it up on her.
I love it.
Good. Keep her on her toes. So kind of like we did last time, guys, we're not going to go so much each individual person. We'll kind of have a group discussion about it. And I tell you what, I'll just bring up a defensive end at a time, and everyone can just give that opinion. How's that?
Okay. I like it.
Okay, I'm good. I found my paper.
And guys, remember, smash that like, smash that subscribe, turn on the notifications. Remember, catch this show every Thursday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're always doing our homework. We're always fanning responsibly. You got to do that also. And talk about these defensive end with us in chat, all right? And then and we'll get to some chat boxing in a little bit. So who's first?
I think his first one should be pretty easy.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know that guy. Who is that?
Yeah.
No.
So Micah Parsons at the top of the heap, and then who's nips? That's.
Well, look, if he breaks my microphone, I'm blaming you for putting. If he hits my microphone too hard and injures the no. Yeah. So he's obviously the alpha dog here, defensive end numero uno, probably in the league, and we can talk other guys around the league having more sacks and yada yada. But the pressure rate, the win rate, what he does,
they're
that
not
affects
the lion.
Yeah, they're not the line. The way he affects what offensive coordinators have to do to game plan is a little bit different. So
I saw an article with referring to the 2028 Olympic Games in flag football. I think there's only 10 people or something like that who even get to go. It's a real small squad that I was seeing. One of very few defensive players, right, who they'd be even considering willing to take because of the versatility and some of the ways that 7-on-7 is played. Anyways, really interesting.
Yeah.
Micah Parsons, you're running out of superlatives. So he's clear number one. And then I'm going to go, I guess if I'm, honestly, since I'm putting him up there, I'm probably kind of revealing my feelings.
Oh, you're getting a look into Landry's heart here.
This is really, really tough to
okay.
Do. I want to see who you
pick number two for you.
Oh.
Ooh, rookie.
Is that easy?
It is
Just
second round rookie going to stay. He's going to break your mic, Sam. And
Sorry.
it's just the 16.
Well,
It's the 16 and a half sacks last year, and the
That's a lot.
right. So the get to the passer ability is. I guess I'm betting on him standing out in camp. I guess that's where I'm at.
yeah,
Man, your faith in that is, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I'm team every rookie ever, but just to know you have high enough faith in a rookie that hasn't played in the league to be number 2 is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Plus, a big enough schools, and like I said, 16 and a half sacks is just a ton. So he's got to be a specialist. Tell me who
Yes.
you wanna see
Sorry, I
next.
just froze for a second, so I fell behind.
Tell me who you want to see next.
Well, so no, I like your faith in that, Landry, and so I'll tell you who I would see, who I'd like to see next, and who I'll probably assume is going to be 2, where you've got easy, right? And that's probably Dante Fowler, because we got to remember that
I'm not gonna-
Dante, we brought him back. He went and racked up, I think it was 9 or 10 sacks with Washington last year. He's double-digit sacks waiting to happen on the right defensive line. Remember, this guy was like the 8th or 9th overall pick in the first round in his draft. He was a freak athlete. He was expected to be everything that you could want a defensive end to be. Maybe his career hadn't been quite that, but what did he have before he left our team and went to Washington? It was like 8 or 9 sacks, right? I mean, like I said, he's about 10 sacks waiting to happen. I believe because of the veteran presence and just the fact that he's going to be able to work across from Micah, he probably comes in and takes the 2 spot for me. But yeah.
Okay. See, I go in a completely different direction than you guys, and that's why
Sure.
I like you guys because, well, my 2 and 3, I don't know, so I couldn't necessarily pick, and I'm going just based off of my personal opinion. I have Dante Fowler as 4, not 4th string, just number 4. I don't know.
Yeah,
Landry
4,
had
yeah,
it perfect,
gotcha.
but my number 2 is kind of tied between Nealand and Sam Williams. I know that they both are coming back from injury, but I feel like Micah, you were talking about a vet. Micah could be the vet for them, and then them two have that wanna be lion. They want to stand out, they want to show out, and I think the young brains will be very helpful.
That's where I didn't have.
I'm trying to
Fowler.
keep it real short. Sorry.
I'm kind of with Sam. That's why I didn't have Fowler. I can't have him as my, let's say, my other starting defensive end, because we're not breaking this down at a right and left ends and kind of 3 and 3 like it really would be on the depth chart. The age, right? Me and Sam talked about right before the show. I had her look up just to double check. 10 years for Dante Fowler. He's been the most productive of all of those guys that we're talking about.
Yeah.
Other than Micah Parsons in terms of a career and what you've already seen from him. But
see,
when is that gonna wear down? Yeah, go ahead.
See, no, you made me think of that, because when I looked up his age, I also wrote down he was drafted by the Jaguars 3rd overall, but then he's also went to the Falcons, he's went to the Rams, he's went to the Commanders, he was here, he left here, he's moved around a lot, obviously because he's lacking something that they needed.
No, for sure, right? It's kind of weird. Like, he's made decent money, hasn't ever hit the big contract. His career on paper kind of looks like a journeyman, but his numbers say definitely starting defensive end. Like, put him on your roster, he's going to play.
He's produced everywhere is the thing, right? He's really produced everywhere.
Right, but
sure, he's got a little mix of it. And
even though he was moved around.
Before we roll into these next few defensive ends here, of course, we're going to run look at the chat before we chat box later. We got Micah stopping by saying howdy, as always. Thank you, Micah, for stopping by.
Everybody stay in the chat.
Building is said, fellas, ladies, how we doing? We are doing good, Beard. How about yourself? And also, Micah says that he loves our product. He uses it on everything, including peanut butter sandwiches and his hair, and
nice.
as a sun tanning lotion, and also as an ice cold drink in the morning. So I'm not exactly sure what that product is, but remember,
it is universal.
That's right. It's universal. So, and also, speaking of universal, that's what I hope Sam Williams is, and I think we could probably bring him up next, right? Because I'm a big Sam Williams fan. DeGarrick, right? That's my guy's name. I really, really like him. Got his autograph on one of these cool things here at a game, and it's just really cool person. He was there giving a game jersey to an elderly guy. It was just really cool moment. Anyway, yeah, no, it was awesome. So I like Sam a lot. Regardless, I know some people would say, "Oh, in 2023, you got in that trouble." Define trouble, like, right? You know what I mean?
That's an NFL player.
So Well, it was like for like a little vape pen or something, and of course,
Oh.
all these guys carry firearms to protect themselves, and there's money, and so he had like a gun charge pop up. Anyway, had a little 3-game suspension. But regardless, that's kind of been the thing: suspension and injury, which is kind of what I was getting at. Is that's why we really haven't been able to say no. Sam Williams is our guy. The promise is there. What we
Sure.
do have on film is there. He just hadn't had the time on the film or
Well,
on the field yet.
that's definitely the reason all three of us aren't saying second.
Yeah, for sure. He's got to get some playing
Which
time, and hopefully, this is his year.
probably
It's a
brings you
defining year for
to
Sam.
a similar case who just simply hasn't had near the time
Doesn't even realize I messed up
to show
earlier.
the thinkings and usurp.
No, our
Marshawn Nealon,
guy.
yeah,
Yeah.
this is probably a make or break year for Marshawn Nealon in terms of his next contract, right?
I
Even though
think
it's
he's
only
gonna
year 3.
make it. He's gonna
I
break the
No,
field and make it his female
Yeah,
dog.
it's got to. I think it could be a breakout year for him. He's obviously going to be rotational. Obviously, when we get through camp, we're going to find out a lot more of who's probably going to get what kind of playing time. We'll be able to fine tune that as they start cutting this roster and getting closer to it.
And I'm
We'll
saying
get
I'd
some
almost shortcut him there. This is only his second year. All that happened was his rookie year got cut short. That's all.
and an
That-
injury. Yeah, no, for sure. No,
So
no, and
not
and it's
enough
great. We
tape.
got to meet him his rookie year. Go back if you're a fan
That
of
was
the Star We Are and you're a fan of these Dallas Cowboys and a fan of maybe Marshawn Nealon. Go check out the episode. Landry was on vacation. Sam and I were lucky enough to get to talk to the kid, and he's a great young man. He looks at the sport the right way. He looks at getting a contract the right way. Right, he plays, works out. Everything about his work ethic and his mentality in the NFL is the right kind of mentality. He even
had some
spoke a little
tremendous
bit
answers
about
on this show. Yeah.
right. Yeah, he even spoke a
Oh
little bit how
yeah.
some guys come in with the wrong mentality, and that's why even really good players can phase out. And so hopefully it's a breakout year for him. Really rooting for him. And where do we get to this? To the how do you find your way on the field part of this list, Coach? Who's next?
Somewhere around former first round draft pick, free agent pickup for the Cowboys, as were all of them. What I just said just rings true for most of our free agents, that they were former first round draft picks and who haven't at all lived up to that at this point. So Peyton Turner would fall down there for me.
Yeah, that's a common theme for our team, picking up first and second round picks to try to. He's your what, Sam?
Oh, sorry. I said he's my 5. I messed up on my
You had
orders
him
earlier,
5.
but yeah, he's my number 5.
Listen. I don't think your list is too far off for me. I mean, I think we're maybe at 2. We can Sam easy, and obviously those guys are going to have to earn that. Micah's number 1. Number 2, yeah, it might look like Dante Fowler on film. It may look like an easy because of the college resume and what we've seen him most recently do, but it's going to come down to earning that. Number 2 will be earned. That's a guarantee. So I think we're all pretty close. And again, chat, tell us where you're at on this list. Anybody else? Does that round it up?
I think we
know
pretty
got
much
rid of Golston.
discussed the 6 guys. Yeah, that I had. Yeah, right. And you mentioned, if you want to go honorable mention, Tyrus Wheat's definitely the next on the roster. I don't know how many the Cowboys are going to carry, 6, 7. So.
Yep. Right. No, Tyrus Wheat.
I feel like we should
last
take
year.
1 extra with 2 coming back from injuries. We gotta have an
reasonable.
extra just in case.
Yeah,
it's a realistic thought.
Agreed. Depth is important. And speaking of importance, rolling right into this next segment, it is very important to be safe when flying, like our Cowboys are about to do, out to Oxnard, California. We'll get off to Oxnard. And unfortunately, guys, I know the last show we were talking about the possibilities of maybe, Kemp might be coming back to Texas.
Jerry Jones said no.
Yeah, Jerry Jones. Okay, I was going to say, you got a little, you want to slide in some news before the news real quick?
Yeah, I got
what's the deal on that?
So we are staying in Oxnard, and I'm going to read this exactly as I wrote it. 2030, a 5-year extension, which is going to cost around $375,000 in rent. Let me get on to this before I rant. The River Ridge playing field, which is where they've been, the Cowboys will pay a flat fee per season depending on the length of the training camp, but it can go from $25,000 to $75,000 per year. They get to retain revenue from ticket sales and souvenir stands. But Oxnard gets parking, food concessions, and banner sponsorship, which I think is fair. And then I read a quote, and I just want to cringe so hard. I'm sorry, California. I love you, though. It says, this partway there, it says, ensures the continuation of the Cowboys training camp in Oxnard, a location with a strong and loyal fan base. Okay, we are America's team. There are loyal fans everywhere. But what I don't understand is why not in Texas? Because then you could have the train, you could have the parking revenue, you could have the food concessions revenue, you could get the sponsorship things. Like you could be making all this money, but instead you want to send them out to California. Like
Yeah.
I get it for the
You
weather
know,
thing, but I don't.
it's one
That's
of those things. What's up, Coach?
Oh, I'm just agreeing with her bringing up the weather thing. That's always been at least what they tell you the reason that they
But what
go to
about the indoor
California.
stadium?
Right. Sure.
Right.
Sure.
We got the indoor facilities for sure. And it's just, I think it's one of those things where now he's built the brand such globally. And especially we've been out there for so many years. Too many West Coast fans might feel like, oh, Jerry just used us until he got his own facilities built and now he's going to burn off. And it just, I don't know. I think it's a thing now where it's kind of a staple. They're used to it. We're used to it. Everybody in Texas and around Frisco and the Arlington area is used to, okay, there's a week where they do come back where we can go see them as opposed to out in California. And
That is 2 or 3 practices, and
I
and
know
and
it's not
they
the
get
same.
something like 24. So
Yeah. No, I
Right.
listen, I'm jealous of the fans that before they moved it out to Oxnard that were able to go right here in Texas and watch camp for 3 weeks straight. I'm jealous.
but
I
let
don't
me
know.
but let me be
I'm
honest
so
though,
indifferent on
it's
that.
still better that they play the football games down the road in Dallas, Texas.
That's I
That
agree
Yeah.
with
beats
that
that
one.
beats out
Red
that beats out missing on most of training camp. And I'll head out there one of these years. Make that
Redbeard said they're going to have to come to him.
pilgrimage.
He said he will not be caught on a plane. And
Oh,
funny story, guys. So Jimmy in his younger days used to work actually in at the golf club, actually River Ridge Golf Club, right there in Oxnard,
Mm-hmm.
California, right next to the hotel where the Cowboys stay. Right, I worked there for a little while. I was out there, and so I was out there visiting my brother and my sister-in-law, who was in the Navy at the time. She was on base out there. They were stationed out there, and so I went to visit. And again, it was at the course, and actually had a round lined up to play golf with one of the course marshals named Tony, who was really good friends with Tony Romo. And so I, myself, Tony, my brother, and Tony Romo were going to play a round of golf. Unfortunately, yeah, I know it was like in the works. Like it was like 2 weeks away from it happening. I kid you not. They were fixing to come to camp. I was in California. I was like, this is going to be awesome. Once in a lifetime deal. Unfortunately, I had some family bad news come up, family issues. And so
family
I had to
first.
family first. I had to rush back to Texas. And so I wasn't out in California when they went to camp and so on and so forth. And Landry kind of remembers a little bit of that story. And I come back
Yeah.
and I was like, man, I was going to play golf with Tony. And anyway, things happen, but it's all right. And so
But
there's your schedule. Landry's got us a nice little schedule up there, and that's what you can look out
Yeah,
for.
we've seen it
camp.
before. 13 days until the first practice, so we're getting real close now, Sam. You about done with waiting on football. And
Right.
yeah, I was in thinking about putting some segments together. I had this idea that was like, okay, so there's 13 days to camp, but I don't want to do the whole play on 13 is this player's number, and so countdown to camp in that way.
Dante
And
Fowler.
I was trying and I was trying to find something interesting, and I found a correlation. It's a 13. What did I end up? 13 postseason appearances, not postseason games, because some seasons we won a game, but 13 postseason appearances since the last Super Bowl that we won. So 13 is an unlucky number. Let's knock these days out.
Maybe the 13 and the 13. Maybe that's like reverse psychology effect.
Yeah, they just
maybe
cancel
let's
each
not
other
start
out.
marking the calendar until we're 12 days away. Let's just maybe not mark day 13.
Right,
We'll
we're
just
gonna
do that.
So we'll talk about it next week. When I think I verified is next week. I think next week's my birthday on this show. I think it falls on a Thursday.
Ooh.
Woo!
Is it literally on the Thursday?
Yeah, it's on the Thursday, and it'll be our last
boy.
show. Next show will be our last show based on this calendar before they will have practice.
You scared me. You said last show and then stopped for a second.
No.
I know. I was
never,
like, wait,
never.
what are you? What is this surprise you guys haven't told me yet?
He said on my birthday we're out. No.
No, there will be training camp, and we will be at that point putting out our Talking Camp series again for 4 weeks until they come to Frisco and,
oh my God,
and hopefully get a chance to hang out. Exactly.
Football feels real close at that point. It feels real close. So
I'm so excited.
days and days away. And we are minutes away, seconds away. Actually, right now, guys, we are about to get some news from Sammy because
Oh
Sammy
gosh.
says it all.
Woohoo! Well, I'm gonna be honest here. Sometimes Sammy says too much.
Oh,
So bear with me while I go on this. But
Let's
first
do
things
it.
first, I gotta share my own personal news of this super awesome shirt I got. $5, and the lady didn't know what gym she had. I had to take it. Woohoo! Anyways, back to business. The NFL and the NFLPA have been having some things going on behind the scenes since January, and they finally released some information about it. This is what I have discovered and tried to dumb it down into Sammy's terms. So if they are not right, please, I am so sorry. They made a secret deal to hide the results of a big legal decision from the players. So the decision said that the NFL bosses had told the team owners to stop giving players guaranteed money in contracts, especially after Deshaun Watson. Sorry. But the judge say that it said that there wasn't enough proof that the owners were illegally working together to keep the salaries low, so they couldn't do anything about it. But he did say that there was strong evidence that NFL leaders tried to influence owners to pay players less guaranteed money. And this was all in a 61-page report. Went up explaining all of this was kept secret until a podcast called Pablo Torre Finds Out revealed it. Some NFL players are mad and confused because they had no idea what was going on, and they don't understand why they were kept in the dark about it. And there's actually currently a petition to remove the NFLPA executive director. So we'll see how that petition goes. If you guys just seen, I was on my phone while we were talking, but that is because some news I had, just got updated as we were sitting here. So talk about good timing.
Great.
Okay, so 4th of July, bang, bang, lots of fireworks, lots of explosions. Some explosions don't always go the way they should. Ask Najee Harris about it. And what was the other one's name? Jason Pierre? Hold on, I got a cool article on it.
Oh, yeah. No, Jason Pierre-Paul.
Jason Pierre-Paul.
Yes, Jason Pierre-Paul of the Dolphins had a season-ending injury. Well, Najee Harris got injured, and they compared it to him. When I first started reading, They didn't know what the injury was because they didn't get a hold of his agent. But Doug Hendrickson, his agent, said that Najee Harris was present at a 4th of July event where a fireworks mishap resulted in injuries to several attendees. Najee sustained a superficial eye injury during the incident, which before right now it was uncertain whether he was even going to be able to play at all because they weren't sure if he went via ambulance, if they went in a personal vehicle. His agent said he'll be able to, expected to be ready for the upcoming NFL season. So it sounds like he really, really dodged a bullet there. Like,
no joke.
Najee, please be careful.
No pun intended, about Jason Pierre-Paul, but fingers crossed for people lighting fireworks out there because
that's not right.
Yep. Okay. So real quick, I just have a couple more small things here.
That was just a news break. Keep going.
Okay. I was looking up Darren Waller to Miami. He unretired from the Giants. To go to Miami. I forgot to get the details of the contract. Please excuse me. I know it is kind of old news, so hopefully everybody already knows.
Like the old retire for one team and unretire for another team move. I like it.
Right. Well, and then, so speaking of the Giants, Eli Manning, Super Bowl winning quarterback there, does not want to put in on the ownership. So supposedly he had an opportunity to purchase in to be a part of the ownership of the New York Giants, but he passed, citing that it is too expensive. So I wonder what they are asking of their Super Bowl winning quarterback to be part of their team. Little bit of random.
Eli Manning is saying the Giants aren't worth what they say they
want.
Not his money.
I just had to clear that up.
But yeah, I didn't want to put those words out there, but you said it, so maybe Eli meant that. A random thing, I just wanted to add this in here. Kevontae Turpin, hopefully he's not suspended for the 4 games like you were talking about in your short. But I just read he was going 97 miles per hour and the gun was in the back seat when he got arrested. So kind of foolishness on his part, but at least it wasn't right there in his possession. I have to throw this out there. You guys know I'm getting really big into UFC. Real quick, Matt Holloway and Dustin Poirier, I believe, fight this Saturday, which will be Dustin Poirier's retirement fight. So I hope Poirier kicks Max Holloway's rear end, even though I love Holloway. Anyways,
I really like Max Holloway.
See, me too. And
I honestly like them both, but
see, they want him to fight somebody else, but he says he's not going to go 0-3. He's being really humble, which is one of the things I like. But anyway, speaking of UFC players going into retirement, John Jones retired for like 4 days. Tom Aspinall got his heavyweight championship belt. John Jones said, no way. And now he's coming out of retirement. They're planning a fight for him and Tom Aspinall. I believe, rumor has it, they want to have a UFC fight at the White House. It is a big rumor. I doubt it'll ever happen, but John Jones is all over that. And I hope
that's unfortunate
this
for
fight
Tom
happens.
because Tom's going to get beat up.
that's the fight John Jones would all of a sudden come out of retirement for 4 days later if he found out that was a possibility. I think
there's
he's been
so many good
he's
fights
been
coming up.
a pro the president, before person.
Oh, he always loves. Every time I've seen him win a fight, he goes and makes sure the first person he goes to is Donald Trump. So, anywho, back to the football.
Back to the football.
Was that Sam with the news?
That was Sam with the news. That was
go.
a little bit of everything for you today. Oh yeah, and Angel Reese made the cover of the WNBA, NFL, or NBA 2K26.
Yeah,
people are in a riot about it.
Yeah.
Yes, not stating my opinion, but yeah,
anything involving.
They're saying it should have been Caitlin Clark, and then people are turning it into way different narratives that I don't even want to get involved in. It's not my business.
Listen, I don't care what your shooting percentage is. Rebounds are important. I digress.
I don't know basketball, so I'm just going to shut up.
All right. I believe we are at halftime. Are we halfway through with this wonderful, wonderful show? Guys, make sure you smash the like, smash the subscribe button, smash the notification button even harder, and make sure it says all, so that way you catch every weekly video we post, every time we go live Thursday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, and who knows when we throw up a random video or a short. So get involved, find out how you fan responsibly. The cheapest and easiest thing you can do today is hit those 3 buttons, but it's the most valuable thing you can do for the Star We Are team. So thank you in advance. Welcome to the show. Let's get on with the second half, and remember to fan responsibly, guys.
Woo-hoo.
All right, let's pause that real quick before we get rolling, before we get this going.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll have to. Yeah, let's pause this. Where are we at here?
Oh, got it.
There we are.
Slide camera.
All
We've
right.
been rolling. Let's go.
All right. All right. So AT&T game day experience tips. So I kind of thought, okay, what's the quickest and easiest way to get this across? So I put together 3 packages for you. We're gonna go through them, and we're gonna focus here on parking. All right, parking and rides and how access, and then we're gonna focus on your hotel and what that might look like and what that experience might be, your seats or your view at the stadium, your food and drink situation, and then maybe a little extras and maybe how you can get an autograph. Right. So if you're planning on maybe making it out to AT&T Stadium for the 2025 season, this is how you can do it, starting with the rookie package.
And if
so
you
the
never
rookie
have,
package,
if you never have, we'll show you how easy it is. Yeah. Go ahead.
So the rookie package is going to consist of parking somewhere around the stadium, anywhere from 2 to 7 blocks, anywhere from maybe $20 to $100. And you're probably just going to want to Uber or Lyft from there, depending on how far, because parking is at your own risk at these places, right? They're not going to be responsible for that thing. This is what your hotel might look like. It's kind of fuzzy because you might be too while staying there. You also need to make sure whatever bed you're sleeping on, you check that pillow when you're taking the rookie package. When it comes to your view, maybe you're going to be in the 400s up in the corner. It's not bad. AT&T is beautiful. No, it's not bad. You're going to have a good seat. There's another view from it. If you're way up there in the upper decks, you're going to have a nice view. Standing room only. If you get there early enough, you'll have a good view, or you'll be behind those guys. Even worse, up in the rafters, and you don't want to be stuck on a staircase the whole game. Concession and food is going to look something like that. So you're probably going to want to stop at the hot dog guy outside on the way in or on the way out and grab you one of those, because those are delicious. Or you can get you a bowl of whatever that is inside.
Oh, you knew you were killing Sam. Go ahead.
Those fried mac and cheese balls are good.
The players go in and out of the parking lot there before and after the game. You can catch them. And so all in, the rookie package between parking and food, everything included, is going to be around $160, $180 per person. The MVP package. So when it comes to parking, like I said, you can choose somewhere right in AT&T. You can choose maybe somewhere right around it. Obviously, parking might look something like that. You may just Uber or Lyft from your hotel, depending on the kind of hotel you got. Speaking of those hotels, it might look something like this. Arlington's got some pretty nice, relatively nice Holiday Inns that might have
Mhm.
some Cowboys decor in there, things like that. So your eating's going to look a little better in the hotel. You may not have to check the mattresses as much, but you're probably still going to want to bring the UV lights and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Be safe, right? Your seat might be a club section. If you're with the MVP package, maybe you upgraded and your view is something like this in the 2 or 300s. You're in the club section now. You've got a real nice view of the game, the players, lovely seat. And if you're not interested in the bowl of whatever that is, then you've now upgraded to things that look like this. That's better. Now it's just in a cone, not a bowl, right? And we got just some nachos and some nuggets or some tots, whatever these things are. And so
Ooh.
obviously these are going to be upgrades now that you've got yourself a club seat. And the amenities afterwards are going to, or before, maybe going to be rally day on Saturday where you can head out to the field and maybe catch some Cowboys alum in the building where you'll get you a real cool autograph. Look at the legendary 88 right there signing that guy's ball. The MVP package is going to run you somewhere around $410 to $720 per person, once you get the hotel bot, depending on what how you want to go about it. Now we get into the real deal deluxe. You want to spend some money, you got it like that. Maybe your pocket's
Oh, I
deep,
love this.
unlike Jimmy. Maybe you'll park right in AT&T Stadium. You just park right there. Look, silver lot, blue lot. You'll just be right next to the building with all these cars, and you just get you a nice breezy little walk right up into the entryway. Just walk right up into your seat. Maybe your hotel is right there by the stadium where, look, you'll have a wonderful view. You'll also from the pool have a wonderful view. You know what I mean? And by the way, in your room, you'll have like a wonderful view. I mean, look at this.
Dude.
I mean, just look at this place. It's beautiful. Live by Lowe's. Maybe that's where you're staying with the super deluxe Lombardi package, right? That's your field level suite. This is what you're looking at, guys. You want to spend. This is where you can be and how you can do it. Look at this. You want to talk about
Ooh.
eateries? Let's not even talk. Look,
Holy
what is
mouth
that? Does
watering.
that look? I look. It just looks too pricey for me. I want that bowl of soup that they were offering earlier. Look at this shrimp and sushi. I can't do this, but if you got it like that,
Ooh.
you can. AT&T has got it for you. And so now you get to the extras, right? Maybe you were after the game, you're going to go back to live and you're going to experience that party, right? Sam's been there. Look at it throwing up the hands. But they got more
Woo!
eateries for you, like
Love it.
Cowboys legend Eugene Lockhart's barbecue. The atmosphere there is absolutely phenomenal. And the extras, if you got it like that, maybe before or after the game, you drove out to the Star in Frisco, Texas, where those facilities are just full of places to look at and places to
So
eat, people to
nice.
see, maybe watch the boys practice, and who knows who you might run into. Catch you a nice little autograph. Now that MVP pack, that Lombardi package, now that's gonna run you up there. Anywhere from $1,000 to $2,500, depending on your seat and what you want to do per person. So enjoy yourself this season, guys. That's some tips. That's how you get around. That's what it's looking like price wise. Those are some of the eateries. You know, I like the rookie package though.
The rookie package is my style, except for
That's it, right?
I usually drive. So since I'm only 5 hours away, I kind of am a seasoned rookie because I've only been down there a couple times. But so it's better to drive 2 hours out of the way and stay there. But I am one of those ones that
that's
if I
smart.
can stay in a $50 a night hotel, as long as they have good soap and I can shower in the morning, I will sleep wherever. Like, I'm serious. And then if you go to AT&T and you go to the game and you get food, those mac and cheese balls, oh my, they're so good.
Hey,
Okay, so apparently that go ahead, lady.
the rookie package will get you into AT&T, and if you haven't done that, then it's well worth it.
No,
Yes.
it's definitely if it's your first time, go be a rookie. Everybody's got to be a rookie at something. And if you're going to AT&T this year and you're like, man, I don't know what I want to spend, maybe I just want to experience it, right? I just want to be there. The rookie package is for you. Check out the video, give it a little rewind, and those are the things to do.
Other tidbits.
And
There's some things you can check out. Like there's our guys down there in the little title bar. That's the Super Cowboy and Tattoo Mark. You can catch them
you some
outside,
photos, yeah,
and a handful of other characters that you've probably seen on TV. Wrecking Ball helmet. You might catch
Greg,
out there. He gets inside pretty quick. But yeah.
What were you gonna say, Sam?
See, I was just gonna say, even if you want to go down just for a tailgate experience or before the game, like
Yes.
when I went down there for the Des Bryant tailgate, which kind of irrelevant, I could not afford tickets to get into the Eagles game, so I watched it right there at Texas Live. It may not
And
be
it
at
was
the
a
stadium, but
blast.
the vibes are so worth it. So
Yep.
if you ever go down and can't get into AT&T Stadium, go to Texas Live. I promise it'll make up for it.
Very good
Well,
point.
yeah.
No, there definitely are some experiences to had and to be had, and just like these guys. There we go at the bottom of your screen. There, you might also catch a couple real I mean, I'm not even sure who they are. These two real tools that dress up like Tom Landry and Jimmy Johnson and walk around the place like they know, like they're somebody. Anyway,
I wonder who those
let's.
are.
I wonder who those guys are. Let's move right along here. So those are some game day tips. I believe we're all getting ready for some football. We all need it in our life. Where we at here, Landry? We're about ready to wrap this show up, right?
Well, we're ready to check out this chat Q&A. We're hoping that whoever's in here watching right
Oh,
now
yes,
is active in the
please.
chat. We haven't mentioned the chat since then. So you have to let me know. Is there anybody to chat with?
So Cal is in chat with us right now and said, "Not if you shoot bricks." Talking about, I guess, Angel Reese.
Oh, I can't read that.
Baseball gal.
We'll read them out to you though.
And I guess that's a question for you, Sam. Are you a baseball gal? Red Beard wants to know.
So I am baseball in person. I have tried and tried and tried to watch on TV, but if I can't hear the ball hit the bat in person, I don't like it as much. But I do love the
If you
sport.
can't
I would
feel it
just
in your
much
soul.
rather play it than watch it. Yeah. Oh God, I love being
Sure.
at the games.
Oh, well, listen, live baseball games are a blast. They're affordable too. You want to talk about just like going to see something for like taking the family out for a day? Baseball tickets you can get regular season games. It is much funner in person. I have a hard time watching on TV too. I'm the type of person that I can watch October baseball. Once we get into playoffs and like serious games and the best pitchers in the league, I can start to get into it. Obviously, I watch the World Series and stuff like that. The finals, I think I watched the finals of all sports, but
we've talked about it, but I think a couple times before on the show. Just so many games, such long games. Even though the MLB's trying to, shorten them down by a little 20, 30 minutes where they can. Yeah, it's a lot to be an all day, everyday baseball fan.
It is.
A lot.
They play every other day,
but they're fantastic professionals at the sport. Like I said, I'll watch it when the time comes, right, and go to a game. Right, go to a game's fantastic. So.
Now listen, I can get it with all the numbers and the way each game can matter and winning a series against a team, and all of a sudden we got 3 games at home against this team. And if I was invested into a baseball team the way I am the Dallas Cowboys, I could understand and I could see getting really diehard into it. My bullpen, who we're gonna play, like I get the fandom of it. Trust me, it's there, and the sport is a beautiful sport when it's played at the highest level. So yeah, this is a little chat Q&A that we wanted to have, obviously, for you guys. If you do have any questions and you're here with us, go ahead and ask. While we're here, I'll just remind you to smash the like button, subscribe, fan responsibly, notifications, follow us on all your socials. We are going to move right along. We do appreciate the comments that did come in today. Again, back on the show updates. Next week is Landry's birthday, so y'all throw him some wishes on Twitter. Exactly 1 week, Thursday, will be the Landry birthday special show. So, Sam, I'm not sure how we're going to do it or set it up, but I'd like to run a little, Q&A blitz with Legend, which we're going to try to set that up and make that happen.
Don't mind my excitement. You guys did that to me. I'm so ready to get you back.
Q&A birthday blitz.
I'm going to ask something embarrassing. I'm going to try.
I'm
of course.
I gotta make a birthday special. Yeah, right. Absolutely. I think we'll probably give him birthday spankings live on you. No, I'm just kidding. I think that's against YouTube policies. No, I'm just kidding. So that'll be fun. So those are some updates. Again, we're all just waiting on football season, man. It's right around the corner. Where was we at? Like 98 days? Something like 97 days till kickoff.
Who's counting?
Till kickoff again. I'm counting in little mini increments until the first practice of training camp, until they depart and come back to Frisco, until we're down there, for the open practices. Little mini goals. That's what it is at this point. 6 weeks, Sam. I think 6 weeks until Frisco practices. So that's you're.
Is this real? Are we really?
You're
here?
over the off.
I can't wait to go.
You're getting over it with this episode and then the next episode with us. So.
I'm so excited. I can't wait to be back in Texas. Oh, speaking of, while we just kind of have a down moment, I want to give all the prayers and all the love to every single person in Texas that has been affected by this flood. Like, I am
Yes,
so
absolutely.
terribly sorry, and
Man.
my heart is with everybody that has lost somebody because I can't imagine.
Yeah. And I'm glad you brought that up, Sam, because as we get bigger, obviously, as we grow, as the Star We Are grows, as we get monetized here on YouTube, which is the goal and what we're trying to do. We work hard at it. We post these videos weekly. We grind on this live show. We spend hours of our week, putting into it for you guys. Obviously, we enjoy doing it, but it's for you guys. It's a different aspect. Everybody can talk ball, but not everybody can just fan, right? And not everybody can fan right. And so that's what we do. Our fandom, we wear it on our sleeve and our heart. And I'm glad you brought that up, Sam, because as we progress and get further, we would love to have something set up right now where we could reach out to you guys and have something set up for you to be able to give to that cause, right? Obviously, all we can do for right now is say, look out for the right fundraisers and the right programs that are giving money to it. You've always got the scammers and the frauds out there, so be careful where you're putting your money. And hopefully in the future we can get set up to where we can link up with situations like that and help, because Star We Are is always team give back numero uno.
Absolutely.
So
I love
that's
that.
what it's about.
So
And
there's,
now,
yeah, I think only 2 minutes left.
I think there is. I think we're on the clock already. I think.
Uh-oh. You guys, I did not take any notes.
Well, good
Well,
luck.
Okay, I'm going to do the best I can, but I do not think I'm going to last 2 minutes. I'm going to just go. Tell me. Oh, it's okay. Okay, so 2 minutes still. First things first. We switched up the beginning. Hold on. Can I see a list of the lineup, please?
Of
Nope.
course, I think someone got to take over.
We had some depth chart talk, right? We're talking about
Okay, yes. Okay.
There you
Okay,
go.
that is where we started. So defensive and depth chart. While a lot of us, we all agree that Micah's number 1. Our number 2 and number 3 are a little bit different, but we're all generally in the same area. Can't wait for all of them to show out and all of them to stay and everything to be fantastic. And then after that, we talked about camp countdown. 13 days till the first
13.
practice in Oxnard. 13 is
5
not our
more
lucky
years in
number, but
Oxnard.
we're hoping since 13 playoff appearances and 13 days till Oxnard, that 13 and 13 will reverse and give us some good luck.
That is.
And then after that, what do we talk about after that?
After that, you gave the news.
Okay, yep, you guys already know Sammy talks too much. I gave you news about the NFLPA and the NFL people being in trouble for hiding things. We talked about Najee Harris having an eye injury, and then we talked about the UFC and all the cool things to happen, and then let's talk about how the New York Giants are a overly expensive unit for no reason. And then we had a little bit of a Q&A from you guys asking if we were all baseball gals, and yes, we are. And then after that, we just kind of talked about how much. Oh, we talked about Landry's birthday next week and Q&A blitz and happy early birthday to Landry. And then we talked about how much our hearts are with Texas. We talked about how much we love to give back, to always fan responsibly, and to like, subscribe, and love us and watch us. And we are the best ever. And I think I did it.
You did it. You did it. The only
What I
topic you
missed.
missed was the game day tips.
Son of a, the rookie package is the best one. Make sure you do it, but make sure you eat the mac and cheese balls. They are absolutely delicious. And that is it. And make sure to get there before 1 hour before the game, because you will not have phone service to buy tickets. I did that my first time there. Very, very bad idea.
She's not wrong. She's got some good advice. Landry, run us back to that main plane. Let's get some people out of here. Let's tell them, what they got to do. But I just got to real quick say that I think my favorite part of the show was that Eli Manning says the New York Giants aren't worth it. Essentially, I'm pretty sure that's what he said. They asked him how much are the New York Giants worth, and he said, "Not it."
Too expensive, yeah.
He said, "Not this much."
I don't think it's quite a direct quote.
Oh well, yeah, something like that. It was close enough.
We could read between the lines.
That's right. The inexpensive lines, according to, the New York. Just listen. I didn't say it. Eli Manning said in very verbatim, plain English, the New York Giants are not worth it. That's what the man. No, I'm just kidding.
And that's another reason Darren Waller retired with them to go to Miami. There's something going on in that organization.
Just saying. They agree. They agree. So great show. Thank you guys for being with us again.
Always.
We are the Star We Are. Are you? Sam, we're about to bounce, but let them know what they got to do.
Okay. First things first. Like, subscribe, and give us all the love you can. And please, for the sake of everybody and not being on our show as an embarrassing, fan responsibly.
I'm a fan of the star we are.
What's up, everybody? I'm Super Cowboy.
And I'm Princess Angie, and you are tuned in to the Star We Are.
Hi, this is Jane Slater, and you are listening to The Star We Are.
Plugged in and switched on.